then if you want to move down through that range, so let's say the range is 14 to 17, and you can, by really focusing intently, you can hold 17. You can't hold it for very long. You can't swim very fast. You want to begin bringing yourself down toward the bottom end of that range. So if you're above that range, the first thing you want to be focused on is, I've got to improve my balance, all right? And balance is really about being in harmony with the water, not fighting the water, being comfortable in the water, all right? The way we put it is learn to cooperate with rather than fight gravity. And all the thoughts that put you in balance are counterintuitive thoughts, all right? So releasing your head puts you in balance. Hanging your hand instead of holding your hand like this puts you in balance. You wonder why hanging your hand could put you in balance. So for one reason, because when your hand is like this and you extend it forward, it tends to scoop up. And when it scoops up like that, and I've seen video of tens of thousands of adult swimmers, when your hand scoops up like that, your feet drop, all right? So when your hand is relaxed, your feet rise, all right? So to move forward, propulsive force must exceed resistive force. We don't think about it very often, all right? But to go faster, the gap between those two forces has to increase, all right? Lowering drag is a more sustainable way, all right, to increase that force gap. All right? So balance means cooperate with, don't fight gravity. It allows you a walking equivalent. You saw the guy walking in the Ironman. If he was at a pace that was a little bit too fast, he could choose to walk. Where's the walking equivalent in the water? Well, balance allows you to slow your stroke rate. Without balance, you cannot choose your stroke rate. You cannot choose to slow it, all right? So it allows you a walking equivalent, all right? Streamlining means your focus is on piercing the water in any way you apply that thought as opposed to pushing on the water, all right? And what you're trying to do is move through water rather than move the water around, all right? And here is a video that shows a pulling, kicking guy in the next lane and an actively streamlining swimmer, it happens to be me, in the near lane. You just look at how relaxed my legs are and how much time my legs spend streamlined in each stroke cycle, and how what I'm doing is sort of floating my hand forward. And look at the bubbles on the left side of the lane. All right? And the arms are just like Bernard. That's Bernard on the left, and that's Lizak on the right. All right? And notice how relaxed my hands are and that the fingers are down, and that I just basically move past lane markers during the non-propulsive phases of my stroke. All right? My hand comes out of the water here, and I'm not stroking the other hand. So there's a gap between when this hand stops and this hand starts, but I keep moving past lane markers, all right? So that's what active streamlining looks like. And the idea here is that when you have your balance thoughts, then you just practice them. You have a certain group of thoughts, all right? And so releasing your head or having your hand be relaxed, or a thought of being able to have a lazy arm extending, a weightless arm extending, swimming without bubbles, and so on. These are 4 TI coaches swimming at Lake Minnewaska in New Paltz. Wish it was more clear. Here's Dave Barrow, who swam the English Channel and 7 other marathons, including Boston Light last year, practicing passing with a long stroke. So practicing keeping a stroke long, keeping a stroke smooth, and practicing passing to other swimmers. This is in the World Masters Championship, and you can see it's not stroke rate that's moving me through these swimmers. It's length and far less splash and a more economical stroke and less of everything, basically. All right, except speed. You can see a lot more moving around in everybody else versus just moving forward. What you saw from underwater is what I am doing in San Francisco Bay there.